can use them for craft fairs, these little goodie boxes, or you can use them as stocking fillers. So they contain all these chocolates inside them, so I'm going to show you how to make them. This one I've used the perfectly, well, it's Pine Punch, I think it was called. My plant pot is out of Welcome Windows, and these were little treat box. They were the dies that, can you see the detail in them? They're beautiful for Christmas baubles, and just some ribbon. This one I've used the candle from Sweetest Times, and these are the sprigs. You saw me use some on they're from the Happy Birthday wedding cake one, and the Merry Christmas is from the Joy of Sharing kit. It's a lovely Merry Christmas, and the holly in the background is also from Sweetest Times dies. Okay, so let's get on and make one. Now, just show you again the candle, because the flame on the top, I just thought about this and I thought, what can I use for a flame on the top? Because I don't want to cut one out in hand cut it out. And then I thought of the hippiest hippos, and it's got the splash die in it that just happens to be absolutely perfect. I'm going to leave that one in there so I don't. It's absolutely perfect, look, as a candle flame. So that's better. Candle flame, you see. So just think about your dies and everything that you've got. You never know what you've got that you can use. Okay, so when I was actually printing these, I didn't do a very good job, and I thought I don't want to waste them. So what I've done is I've got my cherry cobbler blender pen, and I've just gone over where the actual white bits are, look. So you don't even have to be very careful. So as long as you've got this is the lighter cherry cobbler. So I stamped them with cherry cobbler ink, but as I say, I didn't make a very good job. I was using just a small, instead of having a big stamp pad, I was just using a mini spot, and I didn't get it inked up properly. So I thought, oh, what can I do to actually make this all right? And then colouring over, it just gives it some character of your candles. So I thought, oh yes, that works well. So I'm just going to colour those in, and then all you've got to do is cut it out. So that was the largest candle, and that was one of the medium candles. So you can see there, I haven't cut that one out. I'll leave that one, cut that one later. So we're going to start by, I've used the nesting labels, and let me bring them here to show you. There's kind of two sets on either side, and I've taken the second one up from that one, whoops, that one, and then the second one down from that one, so that we can cut those out. And all I've done is cut a piece of our Very Vanilla, and I hope you could see that. I'll just show you again, just in case you didn't. I put it in the wrong place. So it's the second one up and the second one down from those, just in case I didn't watch. I just seem to be getting the camera angles wrong just lately. I just need to put that there. Okay, so we've got the one that I've cut out with Very Vanilla, and I've got a piece of what we got free quite a while back. It was some, what do you call it? My words, Honestly, brain fog, it's terrible. It will come to me in a bit. But it was in a pack, and you got, that's it. So Very Vellum it was called. And you got this, which was the pool party. You got Soft Sea Foam and the Purple Posy. And I'm still using it. So I'm still going back and using it. Now, because vellum slips about quite a bit, I want to put that on ready so that it will glue down and stay okay. Okay, just pop that out of the way. Right, now what we're going to get is a piece of card that measures 6.5. So we've got 6.5 by the A, so there's 6.5 by the A4 length. You're going to score it at 3.5 on the A4 size, so 3.5, 4.5, then 8 and 9. Okay, so that was 3.5, 4.5, 8 and 9. And then turn it onto the 6.5 inch side and just score it at 1, and then turn it round and do the repeat of 1. Okay, so I'm just going to burnish that for you. So I'm using real red, nice Christmassy red. So just going to burnish those. And it's just really like the one that I made the other day. Different measurements, and it comes up higher, this one. So we're going to cut down to the second score line. So we're going to cut right down to the second score line. You could again do this on your trimmer. I'm cutting down to that second score line, and then just cut the first rectangle off, and then we will go in and notch. There we go. And again, yeah, oh, I panicked then. I thought I'd cut the wrong one, but I haven't. So again, down that score line to the second score line. Then you're going to cut that one off and then notch either side. So as I say, these are great stocking fillers. And then you're going to turn it sideways, and these two you're just going to cut up the score line to that second score line. There we go. That first score line, should I say. And then just wedge these, notch them. Okay. And do the same at the other side. We cut up the score line, cut up the score line, and then notch the edges. So, okay, there we go. Now again, we're going to bring in that lovely punch, and I'm just going to pop it in and use the punch. Then I'm just going to turn it over, keep my punch in the same place and notch it. Okay, I'm going to leave that there 1 minute and bring in my pieces. And yes, that's the piece. So this measures 2 5/8 by 4 3/8. And again, I'm looking at how it's going to fall, because this is definitely directional paper. So I'm looking how it's going to fall. And so I'm popping it in, make sure that it's the same flip it over and then again do the same. So that will fit on the bottom like that. So we're just going to glue this on. So it means it's much easier if you glue your panels on of DSP when it is flat, because you can make sure you've got a nice equal increment all going round. That's it, and then do that across. So my flap goes like that, so I'm looking at that angle. Then I've got a piece of 7/8 by the 4 3/8, and I'm just gonna, oh, that is the one. I must have done it. Oh yeah, I did it that way. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I was going to try and match it on, but I'm not. Doesn't really matter anyway. You don't really notice it. So that will go along the top. So give it an equal increment. Then I always like to stand my box so I know what way I'm going. So this panel, sorry, so I stand my box up and my panel wants to go down like that. So I'm bringing in, now these panels are identical, so you want two panels that are 4 3/8 by 3 3/8. So you want two of that size. I'm just going to pop them in, put some glue on, and then put it in position. Okay, happy with that. So I'm looking at how my box is looking. So this one wants to face down, so I'm going to pick that up, and that's going to be facing down, so I'm going to do that one. There we go, and pop that on there. So now we can open it up to put that level. Make sure you've got equal increments all the way around. That's just going to position that again. There we go. That's it. There we go. And I forgot to burnish these, so just give them a quick burnish, bring them round. Burnish that one, burnish that, and burnish that. Right, so we're just going to get the side tabs now, and we're going to just put some glue on here, and then just bring it round. And I like to put it so that I put it flat on my table, because that's going to give you a nice right angle and a nice, going to have a nice square edge. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. So I'm bringing that flap up, and then again I'm going to sit it up on the table. So I sit it up on the table. I'll just make sure got a nice square bottom. And then your two flaps, you're going to just get glue down either side of these. I like to do these at the same time. Now, if you were using magnets to close this, I would recommend that you put the magnet on the bottom here and the top before you put the DSP on, and then your magnets are hidden, so you'd have a magnetic closure. However, I am not magnetic closing because I'm using a belly band to close these. So Just make sure that they're all right. Now we need the side DSP, which is 7/8 by your 3 3/8. Again, just watch out if you have got directional paper. Let's make sure that that's equal increments all the way around. And then, yes, that's right way. And then do the others on the other side. Okay. So, oops, nearly put it the wrong way. Okay, get that equal increment all the way round. Slide it in position. There we go. So we can then fill this with our chocolate. So I have got, I bought the big celebration tubs. So I've got a mini, the egg, a double decker, a Twix, a Whisper, the fudge, Mars, the caramel. Now these will all fit in. Let's bring that up, and it will be flat. They do all fit in, and the Galaxy and the Eclair. So we're going to close those over like that. Just give them a shake to settle them down. So that comes over there nicely like that. And then all we're going to do for our belly band is we're going to, let me just get rid of the burrs on here, and I'll tell you the size of the belly band. So when you're cutting your box out of your A4, you have a bit wider than this left. So I've just cut this down. So it's 1.5 inches by 10 1/4. So it's 1.5 inches by 10 1/4. And I'm just going to stick a bit of glue. I don't seem to have stuck it all the way to the edge. Just let me get a little bit of glue on there to get that edge. No, oh, that one's all right. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. So I'll just put the belly band roughly in the middle, and then we're not going to score it. Just try and keep your belly band straight and your box straight. So I'm using my grid to do that, and then I'm just going to bring the belly band up and over, and I'm just creasing it, bending it with my fingers. Okay, because we want the belly band to be able to slide off and on. Just make sure that both your two bits go together. Okay, just so square, and then just go over that like that. And then I'm just gonna put some glue on the belly band and put some glue on the top of this, and then just fit that together. Okay, just flex it till it's together. Okay. Make sure it's straight and it stands up. It's straight, yeah, that's all right. It will stand up and do it. Right, now what we're going to do, that piece that we glued together with our vellum on, I'm just going to glue that on the top. So I'm only going to go down the center here with that, and then just make sure that it's in the middle. So I'm looking at top and bottom and there. Okay, and then we're going to build our scene up. So I've got my candle already, so I'm going to put my candle up on some dimensionals. I'm going to just get a couple of dimensionals on there and just position it. And before I've finished, I will get my flame. So remember, that was my splash from my hippiest hippos, and I used the double-sided tape. So I'm gonna there. So I'm going to put my flame. Doesn't that look lovely? See, that's a perfect flame top. And I was so thrilled with that when I thought about it. Okay, so the next we're just going to, I've got 3 of our holly leaves. So I'm going to position one at either side, and all I'm doing is just putting a dimensional on the bottom and just meeting them together, going out, and then I want one for the middle, and this time I'm going to glue, so don't need any dimensionals. Going to put a bit of glue on the bottom, and that, in fact, I'm going to stick that further up this time, so that's going to glue there. Just hold it a second or two. I'm also going to put my sprigs for my berries, so I put some glue on there, and I'm going to let these sprigs just sit on top of my holly leaves. So I'm just putting the bit on the bottom, so the sprigs are coming out there, that's fine. And then these are also from that set, these little spriggy things, so I'm going to put a couple of them on as well. So just going to put glue on the bottom, and they can kind of sit on there like that. And these, if you wanted to do these in different colours, you could do. So just put those there, and then all you want is your Merry Christmas. Now I usually prepare everything ahead of time, and I don't know whether I've got a Merry Christmas, so I'm just gonna look through my box. If not, we'll have to make a Merry Christmas to go on it. I can't see, and I want it on cream anyway, so the very vanilla. So I'm just going to get that, and then my box, I've left my box out because I've been doing quite a lot. No, I haven't left my box out. No, that's not it. So this is the set, as I was showing you earlier, that you get these lovely cones and berries and foliage. So, but it's got this lovely Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to pop that down and get a block. And I think we'll do cherry cobbler. So we'll just move that out of the way. So I've got a scrap piece there, and I was getting a block, wasn't I? There we go. I'll just grab any. So there we go, and got the cherry cobbler. So because that's the same colour, or shall I do real red? Oh, I might do real red. No, I won't. I'll go with cherry cobbler. I'll risk it. Risk it. Okay, so just gonna pick this up, my ink, and then just gonna do this in the bottom corner. Lovely. And then I am going to risk this. I'm going to chop it straight up. Going to leave the bottom. I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm going to just hold that as a guide and see if I can cut. There we go. That's not bad. And I'm going to sit that about there. Now I'm just going to put some mini, if I've got my mini dimensionals, I'm going to put on either side. So there and there. Just peel those backs off. Push that in a bit. Put my Merry Christmas. I think I'll do it about. Oh, now what I've discovered, it's going over my barrier. That's no good. So I'm going to have to bring those in a bit. Bring those in a bit. There, I'm going to have it about there. And then I'll just take off my belly band to just make sure that there we go. Just make sure I've not come over. Oh, I'm all right. And look at that for evenness. Very good. Pleased with that. Okay, so there is my Christmas. You could stick some gems on there as well. Pop that back over. So pop it in the middle. So we've got that. And they just fit in nicely. Where did I take the sweeties out of? Just fit in. I don't know whether this is the 4x6. Just let me have a look. The bags actually measure 7. Well, actually, the little one 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. So that's the ones for the standard card for Europe bags that they fit in, and it does just fit in here. It will go in. In fact, let me do it the other way. It does go in. That's it. So it'll go in there. Well, just let me push my thingy on. I didn't take it over the thing there. Is that in the middle? Not in the middle yet. Push it there. That's in the middle now. And so that can be then fastened up, sealed up. There, so it's lovely and sealed for, as I say, a craft fair or stocking fillers. So I thought they were nice little gifts. As I say, you can do anything with your toppers. You don't need to use even the nesting dies. If you wanted to make that is 3 1/4 by 1 7/8. So basically that you could do a rectangle if you wanted to. You could do an oval, that would work. You could use this punch and just square off, so you just get, in fact, just stick that in there. So I have a feeling that looks about those angles. yeah, it's not far off that angle, look. So so you could make your own one of these by just doing that. So it'd work. You could make your own for that. So I just thought they were nice. Where's it? There's the other one. Look. And as I say, you put them in your cellophane wrapping, and I think they're really nice. And I do love the glittery candles, and you could, as I say, put some more on if you want. You could put some gems on. I'm possibly not. I'm possibly going to leave them like that. But I hope you liked that, giving you more ideas for craft fairs and stocking fillers. Thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that, and just don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of my future videos, because I do them as and when. I've done 2 today. They will be up on my site in a few days' time. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe. Bye for now.